Caution. This podcast is designed for mature audiences. We delve into topics surrounding sexuality and intimate relationships in a candid and open manner. Please note that we are not licensed marriage or sex therapists, and the content shared here is intended solely for entertainment and informational purposes. If you are under 18 years old or prefer not to engage in explicit discussions about sex, relationships, or mature language, we advise against proceeding further. However, if you're of legal age and comfortable with such content, feel free to settle in, grab a beverage, and enjoy this episode. Just remember, time flies when you're having fun. Oh, and the stories you are about to hear are true. The names have been changed to protect the guilty.
Welcome to Beyond Monogamy, where every episode is a journey of discovery, liberation, and endless possibility. Join your hosts Roger Johnson and Janet Valentine as they peel back the layers of convention, inviting you into a world where passion knows no boundaries. Beyond Monogamy, a podcast that transcends the traditional norms of relationships to uncover the raw, unfiltered stories about the lifestyle. And now, your hosts, Roger Johnson and Janet Valentine.
So this may be the last recording of the year, season 2, so let's make it a good one. I'm Janet Valentine. Welcome to Beyond Monogamy.
I'm Roger Johnson.
And I'm Steve the Professor.
I don't think Barbie's going to be joining us this evening. She's got personal stuff going on, so we'll just get the conversation started. It's been a while, and I understand you guys both have some stories and maybe some words that you want to talk about.
Oh, sure. Roger, do you want to go first?
Sure. I had a word. And I meant to send it to you guys. It'd take me just a second to get it pulled up. There we go. Just before I even get in, did we talk about the Memphis whistle?
I don't recall that one.
Good. Take a stab at it.
The Memphis whistle. Oh, jeez.
Sorry, would it be that when your pussy gets so dry that you are literally whistling as the guy's fucking you?
No, and I want to say you're close, but
I don't say it's. I can't when you're doing it, but yet the wind is blowing and it's whistling up a woman's pussy and it's vibrating, making is all I could think of. Something like that.
We're going in the right direction, and there's no way you didn't picture this, and you may have joked about it at one point. When you inverted 69 standing up while she is blowing you upside down, and you blow into her butthole like a moonshine bottle.
Oh, heck, that's good.
Just when you thought you were making headway on that fucking list, one more pops in there.
One more. No joke.
I believe Professor Steve could pull that one off at some point.
Yeah. We'll be trying it soon. So
you gotta have props, something to hold her up and stuff. I'm getting old enough that you gotta help me out here.
Okay. We can do something. I have some myths about open relationships.
Myths.
All right.
The myths, yeah.
And I just give us with the myths.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's like 7 of them, so I just was really interested. I was looking for something to talk about, and It said the myth 1 is swinging is all about cheating, which we all know that's BS.
Yeah.
It's
actually the opposite.
It is exactly, and the funny thing about it is I did some research. Marriages and divorce rates, of course, in the monogamous world, it's getting up to almost 60% now.
Mm-hmm.
In the lifestyle, 5%.
Oh, I can see that.
Save your marriage. Start fucking your friends.
Yeah. Well, and then Yeah, and I did some more information about it, and just really crazy people think, well, 50% of people would get a divorce if their spouse brought it up, even talked about it. I'm going, what? I don't get that. So it's just really weird some of that how people view that thing. Smith
Now,
number two. Okay, go ahead.
wait, hang on. Fabio and I will sit there, and when we're watching TV and we watch some kind of drama or something going on, or some kind of real life news story where something happens and some couple is all pissed off because one of them cheated or whatever, we will turn to each other and say, lifestyle would have fixed that.
Yes. Yeah. And I did some stuff on cheating in the lifestyle and that stuff. That just got too deep and everything. So
Okay, hit
myth
me
number
with number
two.
two.
Number two, swinger communities lack morals or values. I said,
Oh, that's
do
not
what?
right.
Yeah, not even close. I said, it's all about respect, consent, trust, so
Well,
why
there
does
are
it
a few
exist?
characters out there who, just like any other society, there are a few characters out there who do break the rules, who do wrong. But in the swinger community, they get chased out pretty quick. They don't get
Yes,
asked back. They get, it's there's only certain behaviors and certain types of parties that behavior is condoned.
true.
So one topic that I had just had bookmarked for a podcast at some point is actually kind of this swings right into it, pun intended. But the it's unspoken monogamy and how couples that get into the lifestyle are are more monogamous, but in a new way. Like if you kind of separated it, um, they feel more monogamous. Like, and I think is what it was meaning is they're they're more attached to their partner, and that the lifestyle is just strictly recreation.
Right. I
Yeah,
agree. I'd agree with that.
I remember. So, I've been in the lifestyle with two different partners, and when I had just started with Fabio and come off the bad partner relationship where he's controlling and jealous all the other time and stuff. We had gone to a big party. They had several great playing rooms. That was the party that they had they had modified an engine jack to hold the woman up so you could move her up and down.
Oh,
So that you could
wow.
fuck at the right height.
Yes.
It was great. It was in like the back garage of this big warehouse stuff. So it was awesome. And we had gone there with Big Dick Donnie and his wife and a couple of other groups, a couple other people. So there was like 4 or 5 couples. We had made up one table that we were sitting there on. And I had, throughout the Fabio and I's rule was go have fun. I don't care who you do it with. Just see you later. And so throughout the night, I would see him every once in a while. We'd tag and say, who did you do or who did you do? And then he'd go his separate way and we'd go again and again. And I had somebody come up to me at the end of the party, end of the night, and he said, you must really love him. And he goes, I can see that you two really love each other. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, I've been watching you guys all night. And he goes, you guys just reconnect and you both have the biggest grins on your faces like you're two kids in a candy store. And then you go around and fucking come back and see each other again and again. And it's like you're just telling each other stories about how much fun this party is. He goes, I can just tell that you two really love each other. And coming off that bad relationship and then having some stranger that I did not even know say this to me, it was right. So could you call that a monogamous lifestyle playing? Yes, I think you can because I don't think there's ever I have never had the thought in this second relationship with him. I've never had the thought that I want to not be with him. It has never crossed my mind that I want to leave him or divorce him or not be with him. And so, yeah, I think you're right. I think it is a monogamous, but not really. It's just there's no chance. I've had some guys try and take me away from him. and try and do this whole be my girlfriend. I don't need to be your girlfriend. I already have a husband. I'm happy with that husband. So yeah, I think you're right. That's weird.
Oh, yeah, I
The
agree.
the dictionary definition, or just one, having or involving a sexual relationship with only one partner at a time. It, so monogamous, for what we're talking about, it may not be the right term. I'll have to brain dump this into like an AI and see what it comes up with. But I
Right.
just yeah, I understand where it's going, where you're just more emotionally monogamous. Um, and
Right.
you can see it on the face of unhappy people.
You
They
can.
are they're starving for that connection.
Right.
So yeah,
You can
True.
see it at parties too, especially the bigger parties. You can see the fakers, the sparkle ponies that are there to just tease and whatever. They just like the idea of this and they're not really, really in it. And then you can see the people that are headed for divorce. Okay. That are just, I think I Like Girls was one of the profiles that we remember. It was pretty obvious she was going to leave him for a woman, and she did. Because the
Yes.
profile
Yeah.
name is I Like Girls, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but then you can also see the couples you gravitate towards them, and those couples. Then it's such a great friendship to have, so that you invite those and you build up your friendship. I was walking with Fabio today, and I said, we're semi-retired. Do you miss the lifestyle? Do you miss playing around? And he said, you know what? I think I miss the close friends and Barbie will say that, is that, lifestyle friends are the best because you don't get
They are.
judgmental. You don't get judged by anybody. There is no judgment. Even you guys don't judge me for wanting to be fucked one more time when I'm dead. And that freaks out a lot of people.
I
Yeah.
just I feel like it should be me.
I'll try and arrange that. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's get him here.
I want to
Oh,
be there
yeah.
for you.
Okay. Okay.
Professor's going, I don't
Yeah,
know.
when everybody else in the room
Yeah.
is like, "What are you doing? It's okay. I knew her. We were friends."
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
She said she wanted it. Really, she did.
Yeah. She did.
Say what
Just.
you want. The cops are on their way.
Oh, yeah. Just. I will say, just watch the door. Make sure the cops don't show up. That's all. The thing. Okay. Myth number 3.
Do it.
Oh, myth
Moving
Do
number
on.
it. Get
three.
us out of the
Listen,
gutter.
Yeah. Yeah. Get us. Yeah. Get us out of the weeds and out of the gutter. Swingers don't experience jealousy. Well, we know that's not true.
that's not
But
true.
that's right.
I have it.
Uh,
I have admitted to it.
yes.
I don't care how great my relationship is with Fabio. There's still that chick that's really beautiful. That's got bigger tits, better, smaller waist. Everybody's all excited about her. She's the new thing on the block. That you just sit back there and go, yeah, you get a little bit of jealous of her.
Right. Well,
I,
and we were at a party, and we had been in the lifestyle several years. And Elle's playing. I grab someone and go play, and I get done, come back down, and Elle's a little upset. So what's wrong? She goes, "Well, you didn't come to say anything to me about going to play with so and so." I'm going, "What?" I said, and I said, well, and I don't know why, but she just was a little upset and jealous of what it was. So we had a talk and we worked it out. But that's what's essential, I think, is being able
Right.
to have good
Admit it.
communication and trust.
Yeah.
I said, Elle, I'm right here. I'm not going home with anybody else. I'm right here, and
Right.
but we worked through it, for about 5 minutes, and everything was fine, hunky and dory afterwards. So
it, I think it's way more common than people want to admit, but in this situation versus in the vanilla world, um, swingers will overcome this way faster. And
Sure.
just what you said, in a matter of 5 minutes. And it's not like we put it aside and still walk around mad for 4 days. No, it's just we put all the cards on the table and it's done.
Yes, it's all
Um,
addressed. So, yep, I agree.
and
Well, it's not like, I admitted it to Fabio and he said, I won't ever do her again. And I was like, no, I don't want that situation that at all. I know you will like doing her. I just have to get over it in my head. So I just need you to come back to me and tell me you still love me. Tell me all that other stuff and I'll be fine. And he does. And then I knew there was another relationship with a couple that this person was starting to say that he used the L word about how much he loved to be with me. And then he was starting to do the boyfriend thing. He wanted to be the boyfriend, and his significant other would refer to me as his girlfriend. And I could tell Fabio never said it to me, but I could tell it upset him. So it didn't mean anything to me. So I just cut it off. And that relationship is gone. I don't, it bothered him. I could see it was bothering him. He didn't even have to say it to me. I could see that it bothered him. And my relationship with Fabio is worth much more than this little distraction. So I got rid of the distraction. Didn't matter. You
Right.
know,
Well, and like I've always said about jealousy, if there's someone that Elle does not want me to play with, fine. Guess what? There's plenty of other ladies out there. So,
right.
it's distraction. Oh, well, okay, no,
Unless
no
it's a
big deal.
pregnant midget and then you're in and you
Oh
don't
yeah,
care what
sorry,
else.
baby. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, babe. Yeah, pregnant redheaded midget. Look out. Okay.
We're back in the gutter again, which
I
is
need a
where we like to
mulligan.
be.
Yeah, you need a mulligan. Myth number 4, and we touched on this. The swinger communities are only about physical intimacy. Well, that's we talked about that. Our best friends are in the lifestyle.
Yes.
Period. That's it.
But
To me,
they're my best friends, and so I've gotten to the stage where, and Barbie's one of them. They've retired, but they're still my best friends.
right?
You know, I'm not friends with them because I fuck them. I fuck them as an extra added benefit. It's the whipped cream and cherry on top of friendship.
Yeah. The sex was just a conduit to get us to friendship. How's that?
Right. Well, it's and it's what came first, the sex or the friendship? Well, probably the sex because I didn't know them at the party the first time. And so it was a great way to learn to meet people. And
It
then
is.
you figure out after a couple of different times and you're having that little side talk or conversation, and you don't get it into politics, but you do get it into some of the lifestyle stuff. What do you like? What do you dislike? And then going through that trust. And that I think it's the trust. And I think it's also the vulnerability is that you are vulnerable with each other. You guys know my weaknesses, and you know that when I walk into that party full of strangers, you already know that Janet is sitting there second guessing herself and thinking about how she's the ugliest person in that room and that she does not belong there and blah blah blah. That all of that inferiority stuff is just going through my head, and y'all know that because you've
Yeah.
come to know that.
Right.
That is 95% of the women or better. Um,
Yeah.
and I see women cope with it or dealing with it several different ways. Some of them just get just loaded ass drunk or high, and as long as they're just still coherent, it's kind of okay. But some people in the party are scrounging for their keys out of their pockets and stuff. Um, it's yeah, we've talked about that. It, you we had to just kind of look at each other like, really? Is that what really happened? Is that okay? Like, I remember we had vanilla friends inviting us out, and it was something kind of big and uh, important, and then we had swinger friends inviting us out to like a group dinner and go back to somebody's house, and we were looking at each other and like, are we assholes? Because we'd
We
just
don't want
rather
to
hang
go
out
with
with
the
our
vanilla
swinger
people because
friends.
there's no sex
And
after.
it's
There's no dessert.
it's it's just more fun. Everybody's everybody's just hugging and happy, and we know what's going to happen at the end of the night, and because we have already done that before and might be joking about another time, or somebody brings in a new couple that they think will mesh well,
Right.
and that is like that is like throwing a lamb in a cage full of lions. And the lions are just eyeing each other and circling like, no, we're not fighting each other. We're all gonna we're all gonna tear that thing apart. But yeah, and I wanted to say earlier, because what Professor was mentioning, it it's not it's less common among women, but women are the same way. With a new, good-looking, clean-cut guy walks in, they're eyeing him like a piece of meat, as bad as they want to pretend they're not.
Yeah. And what I like is you're allowed to do that.
Right.
You are, it's, don't lie about that attraction. Especially that young buck that comes in and, he's already fucked a couple of different people and everybody talks about, you got to do this person. And then, you're like, okay, all right, that's pretty good. And then what I really like too is that you get over that don't judge a book by the cover, and so you get over very quickly. I mean, Beauregard when Bo was first introduced, I was like, I'm not doing that guy because he was just this skinny little Urkel type guy, and then it was Elle who said, if you don't want to do him, I will every time. You're missing it. And so that was sort of a like, well, if Elle really wants to do this guy, there must be something to that. So I'm going to go ahead and get over whatever it is my problem was to start with and go ahead and do him.
There is nothing hotter than there being a new couple walk in and the woman just presents herself like somebody you would just expect to run into during the day. Uh, might be the lady at the counter at the bank, might
Mm.
just completely unassuming, and a friend of mine that, or it happened. I have this certain face in my head, and they leaned over and said, I hope you prepped."
This episode is brought to you by the app we all wish existed. Just here.
Okay, let's be honest. Some of us show up looking amazing, collect the compliments, sip the drinks, and never had plans to play. That's why there's Just Here, the app that helps everyone figure out who's here to play and who's just here to sparkle.
Just Here picks up on familiar phrases like, I'm just seeing how I feel, I like the attention, and my personal favorite, maybe next time.
No pressure. Just clarity before anyone reads too much into eye contact.
Because flirting is fun, but false hope is exhausting.
Just Here. Admire responsibly.
Just Here does not prevent awkward conversations, bruised egos, overthinking texts sent at 2:14 a.m., or the sudden realization that you paid for drinks and learned nothing. Results may vary after midnight. Communication remains undefeated.
Just here. It won't fix everything, but it helps. Back to the show.
Because you're gonna need everything you can bring to survive that one, and I'm just like,
What's the next myth?
Okay. Myth number 4, swinger communities. Oh, we just did that one. Sorry. Number 5, swingers are all the same type of people. Well, we know that one's not true. Also, we come from all walks of life, different ages, professions, cultural backgrounds. Elle has done them from 24 to 74.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's we have similar
Actually,
backgrounds.
I believe that Elle and I have done 20. Okay.
Oh,
The guy at the party, the
Shane's
basketball.
buddy,
Yeah, the
Shane's buddy.
basketball player.
Yes,
That dude was 20.
yes, yeah. You're probably right. I
He couldn't
forgot
even
about him.
drink alcohol.
Yeah, that is right. But I think I think a lot of times people paint swingers as the same group type of people, but like I said, very diverse. Just it's really unbelievable. So
There is in my opinion, there's a predominant number of professions,
Yep.
both on men and women, but there's I'll say there was an equal number of everything but those. Like there there's this group that's kind of a main three, and
The high risk and stress positions. Yes. They like
oh,
to
well,
play.
I'll just say it, like it's a lot of police,
Medical.
fire,
medical.
military, prior military,
Right.
medical, and
Nurse,
medical.
doctor.
So
uh,
first
um,
responder guys,
right.
and then uh, for women,
Professionals.
I don't know. Like I'll just say nurses and teachers,
Nurses and
and then
teachers.
and they
I-
normally do not disappoint.
Well, and that's right. And we could do a study easily. And I would think the people who are the true players, the ones who are the core hardcore group of players, are those in the service industry, fire, EMS, military, medical, and the professions.
Yep.
We're also
so-
not playing. So I think I'd like to at least believe that there's a secret society of something a little higher up of people who are higher risk for getting it out their identity. I know that one guy I played with, his wife was a judge, and he said she told him that he could play all day, but that she was not going to because she did not want to even risk the possibility of that. But I've fucked an FBI agent. I've fucked a home security agent. She was a lot of fun. Homeland security chick. Oh yeah. Okay. So high security clearances. I got it. All right. No
Yeah.
problem.
I want to do a Homeland Security.
Oh, she was fun.
We have a friend, and she has done an active and I guess it's a preacher.
Oh, I've done a preacher.
Yeah.
And then a
They're-
preacher's
they're
one.
fun.
At a denominational church, she said they had to leave early, and she goes, "Well, why are you leaving?" She goes, "Well, I have to go to church tomorrow." She goes, "Well, why?" He goes, "Well, I'm the preacher." I said, "Okay." Yeah.
I've done an elder, a preacher. Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
So, yeah, all types of people.
Okay.
Next
So,
myth.
Okay.
There's a whole line of
6.
jokes here I need to skip. Let's do another myth.
Yeah. Write them down. Write them down. Myth 6: swinging damages relationships. Well, we've hit on this one also already. I think-
what it does is it speeds up failure and
Yes.
it
Yep,
speeds
that's
up
exactly what I was
it
gonna
speeds
say.
up success. Okay. It can make a good relationship way better faster.
Yep.
It can make a bad relationship way worse faster.
Yep.
That's what it
You know,
does.
Yeah, it just requires emotional maturity a lot also, and strong communication skills. We have some people we see at a party, and they weren't at the last party. I asked the host and hostess, said, "Where's so and so and his wife?" "They're not coming." I said, "Why?" He goes, "Well, they're having some issues." So what do you mean? Well, come to find out, he wants to play, but he has an issue with her playing. I'm going, what?
Right.
I'm going, wow. So, and there again, that's one of those, they've not been married very long. Well,
That's where
why
I
do you
need Barbie, because Barbie can tell the story about the one time that the couple came out to their house and it was them meeting at the house, and they started playing, and her husband was going to town and Barbie was getting ready to play with this guy, and he just got up and left, took the car and left her at the house out in the country. Barbie lives out in the country, folks. Okay.
Jeez.
Well, in that couple's case that was mentioned there, they made the right choice. Keep your bullshit at home.
Yeah.
If it's not a good night, stay home.
Yep.
There was one time when we were at Big Dick Donnie's house, and he Big Dick Donnie had no filters. There was nobody he wouldn't fuck. There was nobody he wouldn't pick up, and he wouldn't talk about it in a gas station or a restaurant or wherever it was. Okay. That was his biggest issue, is everybody needs to come over and have some fun. He thought everybody should be in the lifestyle. So in his opinion, he was meeting the person at the 7-Eleven. He was inviting them. Okay. That was his issue. We went to, and we insisted on meeting this couple, the new couple, out to dinner. And then we all went back to Big Dick Donnie's house. And Big Dick Donnie takes her and goes over to the hot tub and is doing her along with another guy. They are going to town on her. And Fabio's playing with Donnie's wife. And I'm sitting there, and this guy is starting to go a little psycho on me. And he is starting to talk about stuff. And he's telling me that he's got a gun in the car. And I am so sure when he goes up to the car, he says he's got to go up to the bathroom or he's got to go smoke or whatever. I'm pretty sure he's going to go up to the car, come back with a gun, come downstairs and shoot us all. Okay. That's what I'm thinking with this psycho guy. Now, he didn't do it, but Fabio was like, okay, next time you got to stop me from fucking whoever it is I'm fucking and tell me this, because we're not going to die that way. We're not going to die by somebody taking a gun to us all.
Right.
There are psycho people out there.
Oh, true.
And
Very true.
but no better person to talk a guy like that off a ledge than Fabio.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, I could just see him like walking that guy over to you and just getting this guy to just look you up and down, and you sit there with that look you have, and just talk him right off that ledge and just convert him.
Yeah, as I've gotten older, I just don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. True.
Okay, you got one more at least.
Last
right?
one. Yes. This is myth. Swinger events are unsafe and unregulated. Well, we know, consent, privacy, respect. Those are non-negotiables, especially to us. And look at us. We're here. We're all using pseudonyms, obviously, for that reason. We're regulated. We're unsafe. And now, have you been to a couple of parties that are just a little out there? Sure. I'm sure everybody has. But for the most part,
I can tell you that in the room, there were so many policemen, cops, sheriffs,
yes.
FBI agents, people that were there. I never felt like, and they always start out new couples, especially the bigger parties. You got to go through new couples training and sit there and have them tell you no means no, blah, blah, blah. And you listen to all those rules and stuff. But I never once felt like I could not say no, and have them not stop. I never had anybody. The only person I've ever had in my life that I've said no to that continued was my first husband. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like bondage, because he had me tied up. I told him no, and he continued. It was not good. So I told myself I would never put myself in that situation again. And these parties, I never felt like I couldn't walk away. that I couldn't say no. Even when you were doing it and they took you back to a hotel room, there was always the hotel room was always unlocked, and you knew that the guy's wife or girlfriend was going to come in most likely and join you. Most of the time, another couple would come in and go, "Hey, you want some company or not?" And
Yeah.
the only person I knew that liked to really have that door closed and didn't want anybody else coming in was baby boy from NC, and he was very shy. He was this 6'4" Adonis that did not like everybody else watching him fuck. Okay, I'll do that for that 6'4" guy.
Yeah,
he was he was
exactly.
good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
never felt
unbelievable.
unsafe.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, and we haven't either. Been especially at the smaller private parties, and even the bigger parties, we've never really felt unsafe.
Like I said, I have vivid memories of Marilyn coming walking down the stairs from my house at my house where we used to live near you, and she was
Right.
bawling and crying, and I was like, "Who did what to you?" And I'm going to go find them and kick their ass. At my party, there's nobody that should be making you cry. Who made you feel this way? And that's when she said it was Theo. And I said, "Well, what did Theo do to you?" And she said, "Theo made me feel old." She said, "He asked me when was the last time that I got fucked." And I told him 2 hours ago or 45 minutes ago. And she goes, "He was acting like I was some old lady that was shriveled up that didn't that he was going to do me a big favor and fuck me." And I was like, "Okay, well
Yeah.
then we made sure we got Theo the next time." That was when I brought
Yeah.
in baby boy from NC and did the whole Crocodile Dundee. That's not a dick. This is a dick.
There you'll get the occasional person that just doesn't know how to act, but I won't say it's devastating to the point it's unsafe.
Right.
There's occasionally people who just get too drunk and out of control. And when I say occasionally, we've been doing this since 2015, and at times we were running wide open. If if we didn't have a commitment, we would find a party or find people to party with. And um, sometimes, if there were two parties in a night, we would try to hit both.
Hmm.
And fuck it. I remember the professor joining us on that on one or two occasions. Professor and L. I think we tried to do a double play, but
We did.
yeah,
We
um,
sure did.
that double play is rough. It is
Yeah.
rough to for the engine to go back down to an idle and then just go wide open again. It is
Well,
hard,
It
but
and
is.
what I can tell you is like from the unicorns that I have talked to, the single females that are playing. I have never heard any of them tell any stories about being forced into a situation. They have felt the safest they've ever felt, safer than going to some bar somewhere where it's not a lifestyle bar or whatever. You pick up a guy there and they could go back and hurt you, and you're in big trouble. You go to a lifestyle party, especially the ones that we ended up having, where most of the people were vetted coming in, and even the single guys, the bluefishes that were there, were all picked because they were courteous and they were following the rules and they were safe. So the unicorns that came to those parties were the safest, safer than if they were out in the vanilla world and
True.
trying to get
um,
fucked.
it's funny. As what I was going to say is these parties are comprised of mostly other couples who want the same thing. And the hardest part, the most awkward part, is just getting over the hello. Hello, my name is this. We were hoping to get naked night tonight. Great, we were too. Let's go. Like that. The hardest part is to go from that to the fucking. But other than that, that's what everybody wants to do. But you mentioned unicorns. I will tell you, if I counted all the times there was a problem at a party, over half of them were caused by unicorns.
Oh yeah.
We all love them, but some of them come at a price.
Because they're hot
True.
crazy, or they don't even have to be hot. They just have to be crazy because
Yeah.
for some reason, and my first husband was like this big time. He wanted to have the two women, one guy experience. It's really easy to get two guys, one girl. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of bluefish out there. It's harder to get the two girls on one guy and not have the husband standing there on the corner, like a wallflower jerking off. That's not fun. Okay. So it's
Right.
hard. And the unicorns, for a unicorn to fulfill it, and Missy Evil is definitely a unicorn. Okay. Because she is the quintessential. She is hot, crazy, and she is hot and crazy. But
But she
she's
never
also
caused a
really
problem at a
good.
party.
No, she's also really good.
True.
Oh, she caused a party she caused a problem one time, but it was Big Dick Donnie's fault. He was burning some leaves out at my house doing a chore for me, and she was over there get ready to leave or whatever, and he decided in his infinite wisdom he wanted to fuck her one more time, and he almost burned my house down because he was paying attention to her and not my leaves.
She is on a short list of people who could probably be like, I need a vacation. What are y'all doing? Like, we got a room. Come on. And
Yes.
the only reservation I have is she is either gonna pinch or bite my nipples too hard. But I'm gonna give it back to her. It's not the worst problem to have.
All right.
No. Okay. I got a quick story for you. This is Roger can appreciate this, and Fabio may have experienced this also. A week ago, I guess I got up and felt like a stinging in my groin. Well, what the hell? So I got and everything. So I go back to bed. I get up, I take my shower, and get dressed, get busy, get going. And then I kept feeling this stinging or a pinch in my groin area. So I unzip my fly. I'm looking. I don't see a damn thing. A little later, it happens again. I'm going, what is going on here? So I get out. Long story short, I pulled down my jeans, got out a flash. I have one of those little flashlights. So I had one of Elle's long ass hairs wrapped around my cock and the head of my dick, and every time it would pinch and tighten down.
Yes, Fabio has had this issue. This is a public service announcement out there for all of you, because I know that all you guys were trying to go with, oh, that girl gave me cramps, or oh, that girl gave me that sick STD. No. Take a look. If she's got long hair, I got long hair, y'all. So does Elle.
Yep.
If she's got long hair, sometimes it gets wrapped around the wrong parts and pulls.
It was kind of going, what's going on here? And of course, she has the beautiful gray hair, and I'm going,
right.
I couldn't see it, so I got the flashlight, and I'm digging around. I go, what the hell? It's like up like a foot long.
We after that happened one time, and he figured it out. We would do checks. I would do hair checks on him.
Yeah. No, that's a new type of hair check, isn't it?
Well, especially because I think one of the times it wasn't my hair color; it was somebody else's. Because I think at that time Al had different color hair.
Yes.
But yes, it has happened, especially if you're playing with a woman that's got medium to longer length hair. Now we have a thing when we're walking along the street and we will see or we'll walk around the beach or whatever, and we'll see a hair tie. He'll go, well, somebody had a blowjob last night, because that's our signal for if I was wearing a hair tie on my wrist, it meant I was prepared for the evening. I was getting ready, because I knew because with long hair, you've always got to have that hair tie, because no matter how much that guy says he will hold your hair while you do it, he will not. Okay, ladies, I'm telling you, in the middle of it, as you're going down really deep or whatever, he's supposed to be holding on to your hair and he thinks it's really hot, but some little hair will slip and you'll get some of your hair in your mouth and it'll stop you and you'll have to stop your rhythm and you will reach for a hair tie. So any good party prepper is gonna have in every room hair ties sitting there.
Elle will wear, she'll have 3 or 4
Yeah.
hair ties on her wrist at every party. And you don't know how many times we've had women come up to her and say, "Hey, can I borrow a hair tie?"
A girl will help a girl out. I will walk into a room and I'll see that guy flipping a woman's hair around and stuff. I will reach in and do a quick assist and pull her hair up. And then afterwards she'll come to me and go, "God, that was so helpful. Thank you very much."
Yes.
Yeah, if you're a woman, if you're messing around the day after a party and your wife finds a hair and doesn't smile and say, "Whose is this?" then I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
This isn't mine. Yep. Go ahead.
It brings up, it's almost like a memento, a reminder of the fun times. It's you go back to talking about review sex or what, who it is you did last night or whatever. It's always with a good story. Now, if you have a jealous partner who's really controlling, then it's not good. And then you avoid it and it's not good. And that relationship is just not going to last. I'm here to tell you. But if you've got that partner that it brings them ultimate joy to see that, or for me, it would be if I find a hair around Fabio and it's a different colored hair. If I don't even recognize the color, I would say, "Is this Elle's?" And then he would sheepishly say, "Oh no, it's somebody else's," and then it's even really good if you go, "What was their name?" And he goes, "I don't know."
Yeah. 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 It's the one with this and the tattoo and then
Right.
Yeah.
She had the tattoo.
It was the woman with the tattoo and the tits. Okay, that describes almost half of the people that were at this party.
Yeah. Exactly. The tattoo and the tits. Well, she had a tattoo on her tit. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, there again. Half the people there at the party. So.
Right. I've been threatening. I have no tattoos. If I was gonna get a tattoo, I would have to put something on my ass that would say "fuck this one more time." Okay, because that way it'd give them directions as I'm dead.
Yes. Yeah. So, any Christmas parties you going to?
I personally am not. I got family stuff. What about you, Roger?
There was one last weekend and one that we always go to, and I had this in reserve to talk about because I mean there's just a little bit of like winter funk going around. A lot of people have had this I'll say a cold, but it's specifically with a cough for weeks. It's just lingering for weeks on people, but they didn't want to miss a party. They've probably been to the doctor and know it's not exactly contagious, and it's just like,
Right.
it just sometimes it doesn't hit like others, and that's just how it goes.
True.
We do have a small one lined up for New Year's with 2, maybe 3 other couples.
Oh wow, well, that's fun. We have one. We are hosting one. A week from this? I guess not this weekend, but next weekend. So we're having about 4 couples. Oh, go ahead. What?
I may see if I can try and sneak in one more recording, but I don't know because my whole thing is family has taken over my life for the last 2 months, and so it's a sneaky thing to sneak in this whole recordings. And that's the same thing with Barbie is she's got personal stuff going on. But I love talking to you guys and it is fun.
Yeah. True. Well, good. I was going to tell you we invited about 5 couples, and the siren, the tornado, and the cowboy are out of commission.
Oh.
He was up on ladder trying to do something on this 2-story house, and the ladder slid out from underneath of him and broke
Oh.
both his arms.
Oh no!
Yeah. So
But
yeah,
he
so
can just lay there.
lay there and take a blowjob. That's what she said.
I was just like, he can come and you just set him up and he can just lay there and then
Yeah.
she can have fun.
That's right. Have a woman come suck his cock for a little bit, and then
I'm just saying.
Yep, exactly.
Anyway. All right. Well, this is a real good place to stop. I was going to start out with my commercials early, but I think I'll finish with it again. We keep talking about these things. There's old episodes. If you want to go back and listen to some of those old episodes, season 1 is on the website, and this is the ending of season 2. The website is beyondmonogamypodcast.com. Smash all those words together. If you want to send another myth or ask another question, or if you would like to join us and talk to us about it, we don't show faces, we don't use real names, so you'll be happy to. It's just a simple Zoom meeting that we do. Just reach out to us, and there's a way to communicate with Roger, and there's a way to communicate with me. We'll get your email questions and try and answer them for you. If you do get a chance, there's also a place to tip our producer, Mandingo. He does this for us for free. And we don't get any payment. Those commercials in the middle, he's designed all of those. They are fake products that eventually, when we all get some time, maybe we'll come up with real products and have those for you. So those commercials in the middle are entertaining, but it's a way for you to tip your hat at him. Just send him a few bucks on the tip if you can. Any questions? But beyondmonogamypodcast.com. This is where all you flies on the wall can say things to us. And I really do. I'm not sure if we'll do another episode or not. If we do, it'll be a bonus episode. So if I don't talk to you before next year, I'm hoping that you all have a fun-filled Christmas holiday season and Happy New Year. And that's from all of us. And hope that you get some real good fucking done, because we always love to hear the stories. And that's it for us, I think, for this year. So we hope that next year you come again and come again and come again.
That's it for this episode of Beyond Monogamy. We hope you enjoyed our podcast, and we look forward to having you back again for the next episode of Beyond Monogamy.